Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. We start tonight off with some news straight from the mayor's desk as the virus hits a bit closer to home with the city of Hazleton's first confirmed cases of COVID-19. Mayor Jeff Cassatt's office was informed over the weekend that 2 Hazleton residents had contracted the virus. The infected individuals were notified and are currently being self-quarantined at home. The mayor has also recommended local limousines and taxicab companies to not provide shuttle services to New York and New Jersey, and restricted access to public parks with groups of more than 10 during this pandemic. The administration is asking citizens to remain calm and continue following the recommendations by the Centers for Disease Control, as well as state and federal officials. Lehigh Valley Health Network announced that it's aware of confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Hazleton. LVHN's been planning for the crisis for weeks and continues to follow all established infectious control protocols as directed by the CDC. If you think you've been exposed to or have the virus, please just stay home. Do not go to the emergency room or LVHN Express Care locations. Instead, healthcare professionals can screen you virtually over the phone or online. You can also visit lvhn.org/COVID-19 for additional information. The United Way of Greater Hazleton is helping those in need, especially during this COVID-19 state of emergency. Our Julie Stefanovich spoke with United Way President Pat Ward today and has the story.
The COVID-19 outbreak has caused businesses and schools to close, costing many temporary loss of employment. Through all the mayhem, the United Way of Greater Hazleton is here to help the community.
Many of our agencies, especially those that are dealing with emergency needs during this very difficult time, they are, for the most part, open for business as usual, taking precautions.
An example, Catholic Social Services is allowing people to pick up free bags of food, and other agencies are working on the front lines during this state of emergency. Residents who are in need of assistance can dial 3 easy numbers for help and information.
Well, first and foremost, I want to say that if people need help, the best way for them to get help in Health and Human Services is to call 211. That is the United Way's information and referral number. It's got a very extensive database that can help people with basically any question regarding Health and Human Services.
A special COVID task force has been set up in the Hazleton area that includes the United Way, the Chamber of Commerce, the school district, and Can Do.
We are in touch with one another on an almost daily basis, and if we need to get in any kind of emergency information out to people or enact some type of an emergency plan, we are preparing for all contingencies.
United Way Hazleton is collaborating with Wyoming Valley to respond to the crisis.
We are working with our partners at the United Way of Wyoming Valley. There are 2 United Ways in Luzerne County, and our friends and partners at the Luzerne Foundation. And in the next day or several days, we are going to be announcing an emergency fund that is being created to help people, especially those folks that are laid off or have lost their jobs, maybe lost health care benefits, might not have the immediate ability to pay for their prescriptions. So there is a large committee that is working on that.
Ward has advice for the health and safety of the community.
And what we'd also want to encourage our friends out there, if you don't have to go out, please don't go out. Stay home. We must shorten the curve on this, and we need everybody to be cooperative.
And don't forget, if you're in need of help, call 211. Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thanks, Julie. The Pennsylvania Department of Health announced the first confirmed case of coronavirus yesterday in Schuylkill County. Though not many details were released, the Department of Health says the individuals from Schuylkill and Luzerne counties are in isolation either at home or in a hospital. Over 100 new cases were reported in Pennsylvania, bringing the total number of positive PA cases to 644. Today, the governor issued a stay-at-home order to Allegheny, Bucks, Chester, Delaware, Monroe, Montgomery, and Philadelphia counties to take effect at 8 p.m. tonight. Legislation is also being drafted to delay the state primary election from April 28th to June 2nd. The Pennsylvania Department of Education extended school closures today throughout the Commonwealth through at least April 6th. The closure order could be extended beyond April 6th if necessary to save lives and stop the spread of COVID-19. When it's determined students can return to school, administrators, teachers, and other staff will get 2 days to prepare classrooms, set up cafeterias, schedule transportation, and arrange other business operations. Today's additional closure will be for another 14 days beginning Tuesday, March 24th. Information on schools' extended closures can be found at education.pa.gov/COVID-19. Also, the Hazleton Area School District will be live streaming its regular school board meeting this Thursday at 6 p.m. on the HASD Facebook page. 13 people were displaced following a Sunday morning fire in Nanticoke. The fire broke out at the 144 Phillip Street home in a second-floor bedroom. Though the fire was contained to the bedroom, the home sustained smoke and water damage. No injuries were reported, and the American Red Cross is helping the fire victims. The cause of the Nanticoke fire is currently under investigation. An investigation involving county, state, and federal law enforcement landed a Hazel Township man behind bars. Hazleton police arrested 25-year-old Raymond Skitsky, also known as Boo Boo, for selling meth. Investigators learned a package containing multiple pounds of the drug was being delivered to a home on Ashmore Road in Hazel Township. Skitsky also had several firearms, and police say he knew how to upgrade them with aftermarket parts. He was taken to Luzerne County Prison March 12th, unable to post his $10,000 bail. Authorities in Schuylkill County are asking for the public's help locating a woman who failed to appear in court. Police say 38-year-old Carol Talanka failed to appear last June and October on 3 cases against her. She's described as a white, 5'3" female weighing around 175 pounds. Her last known address was in Shenandoah. Anyone with information on her whereabouts is being asked to call the Schuylkill County DA's office at 570-628-1350 or the Schuylkill County tip line at 570-624-3988. And staying in Schuylkill County, police in Minersville are searching for a man who recently passed around counterfeit currency. The suspect shown here allegedly used counterfeit $100 bills to purchase a $300 gift card at a Dollar General store March 18th. That same suspect used counterfeit money on Saturday at a Dollar General in Ashland. Anyone with information on the man's identity is being asked to contact Minersville Police at 570-544-6212 or the Ashland Police Department at 570-875-2600. Coming up on Wyln News, the Red Cross needs blood now more than ever. Plus, some pandemic procedures for medical marijuana are in place. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Partly cloudy with a high of 49 and a low of 36. Rain Wednesday with those chilly temperatures. Higher ones Thursday, but prepare for one wet weekend. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Liz. I'm 5 years old, and it's gonna rain out.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice, everyday low prices, plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
A sense of self-worth, of purpose after war. It can be found by having the courage to learn new things and experience new adventures. We develop confidence through accomplishment. If you're a combat veteran struggling with the scars of war, consider getting into the outdoors. The outdoors has really helped me cope, and it just might help you too. Get out of the house, experience life and the healing power of nature.
Watch Staff Sergeant Olson heal the wounds of war through outdoor activities. Watch Warrior Summit Outdoors.
Blood drive's on the calendar for tomorrow, March 24th. The blood drive will be taking place tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton's Business and Education Center coach rear entrance. Walk-ins are not welcome this time around, so go to giveapint.org or call 570-501-4249 to schedule an appointment. PSP began enforcing the closure of non-life-sustaining businesses at 8 this morning and are encouraging compliance. In light of the ongoing COVID-19 epidemic, troopers and liquor control enforcement officers are prepared to ensure compliance with Governor Tom Wolf's order. Violators may be subject to fines, jail time, and additional administrative penalties under certain circumstances. The governor directed the Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board, Department of Health, Department of Agriculture, Pennsylvania State Police, and local officials to enforce closure orders to the full extent of the law using their resources within their jurisdictions. Do not call 911 to report a non-compliant business, but instead, call your local law enforcement's non-emergency number or your nearest PSP station. Governor Tom Wolf is working on whether or not to issue a statewide shelter-in-place order. It's not clear at this time what more that would mean for restricting Pennsylvania residents. If implemented, a shelter-in-place order would not stop people from leaving their homes to buy groceries or medication. Any plans to restrict travel for state residents aren't on the table just yet, but residents are seriously urged to stay at home as much as possible. Residents are free to go outside for recreation, but should be at least 6 feet away from other people if they encounter them. Wolf already ordered all non-life-sustaining businesses to close effective today. All schools are still closed, and visitation's been suspended at state-run institutions like prisons. Some temporary suspensions were put into place for the state's medical marijuana program in response to the virus. Now, to ensure medical marijuana patients have access to medication, the State Department of Health said cardholders in the medical marijuana program can receive medication for one of 23 serious medical conditions during this difficult time. Growers and processors, as well as dispensaries, are considered life-sustaining businesses under the governor's order for non-life-sustaining businesses to close. The department stated that these statutory and regulatory suspensions will remain in place for as long as the proclamation of disaster emergency is in effect. Coming up on Latimer's News Choice, we talk with the United Way and Community and You, plus Weather Kids Wanted. Stay with us.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. Because I don't use my cell phone when I'm driving, even though my family does and leaves me all alone. Here's something else. I don't share it with Mom. Right, Mom? I have a brand new putter you don't even know about. It's awesome.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square. Have your event with Whitetail, graduation, birthday, bachelor, reunion parties? They have the most tranquil backyard experience with beautiful mountains in the background. If your company or business wants a different alternative to a golf outing, they have outings that can accommodate you. You can have the entire facility to yourself. They will work with you to set up your day of events. Sporting clay competitions, trap and wobble trap games, skeet. After a day of shooting, you'll return to a meal designed for you. Call Mike at 570-535-6123 for available group options.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Solo Spaceman on Wyln TV 35. Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 4, Sundays at 9.
On Wyln, everyone, I'm Gary Perrin. I'm very pleased to have with me the president and CEO of the United Way of Greater Hazleton, Pat Ward, and a good friend of mine. And Pat, I want you to come on Community New and to kind of give us a rundown of the United Way of Greater Hazleton, what you guys do. I know you have your hands in so many things throughout the year, but kind of give us a rundown and really what people who donate to the United Way, what it goes towards, and what you guys do.
It's a pleasure to be with you once again. I'm grateful for this opportunity. United Way of Greater Hazleton, first and foremost, we provide funding for programs and services that are provided by 24 agencies in the community. I don't have enough time to mention them all, but it's the big names. It's the Red Cross, it's the Salvation Army, it's Catholic Social Service, it's Pathways to Recovery, United Charities, the list goes on. And these are the organizations that across the board are helping people in various community impact areas that involve education, financial stability, and health. And in addition to that, we're also heavily involved in some of our own programs, primarily in the field of education. We're so excited that we are part of the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, and we have a simple goal, Gary, and that's to provide every child that's born at Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton, with an age-appropriate book for the first 5 years of that child's life. 60 books, one book a month. And I'm happy to say that we're coming up on 12,000 books that have been distributed to babies and young children here in the greater Hazleton area. Something that hasn't been talked about too much lately, but we did announce at our kickoff that we have received a grant from the Geisinger Foundation, and working with the Drug and Alcohol Agency, Pathways to Recovery, we're going to begin an opioid awareness program in the Hazleton Area School District.
Wonderful.
We're very excited about that. We're heavily involved with the after-school scouting program with Minzy Trails Boy Scouts, and we're involved in the state's tax credit program known as EITC, where we're providing dozens of children and their families with scholarships to qualified preschools here in the greater Hazleton area, helping those families get one of the parents back to work, hopefully, and at the same time getting a child ready for kindergarten.
Wonderful. I know you guys are involved in many ways behind the scenes on a lot of events that go on throughout the greater Hazleton area. You know, the Cancer Telethon, the Helping Hands Telethon, they are part of your group. And also so many other ones where it may be just simple volunteers coming to help out. And you guys just do your thing and make sure everything is done properly and done the right way. If somebody wanted to learn more about the United Way? If somebody wanted to get involved, what's the best way to do it?
UnitedWayHazleton.org is our website. Our phone number is 570-455-9515. I'll be happy to speak to anyone personally that would like to help. We've been having difficulty the past number of years keeping pace with raising the funds in this community that are needed to provide the services that are being performed by the dedicated people at our 24 agencies. If I was here 10 years ago, and I probably was, I'd be saying that we're trying to raise $1 million in this community. We're going to be fortunate if we cross 650,000 this year. So don't think somebody else is doing it, folks, because it's really tough out there. There's been a shift in the way people give money. Some of it's good, some of it's not so good for us, but we need the support first and foremost in this community.
It's simple as neighbor helping neighbor.
Yeah, that's the bottom line, and you know we look at our numbers every year, and we're affecting 1 out of 3 people in the community. Wow. It's not just poor people.
Right.
Sometimes I think we're here to help the poor, but we're helping the youth. We do so many things that, and I'm happy when you said behind the scenes. One of the things that we're most proud of at the United Way is with Catholic Social Services and the Diocese of Scranton, we're the founders of the Divine Providence Homeless Shelter, which has seen well over 300 individuals in the last 2 years since we opened it on a trial basis.
Yeah. It's truly amazing, and to see 3 organizations come together to make sure that the homeless in our area are taken care of, especially during a cold winter.
That started with 3 organizations, but there's many more that are involved. I remember specifically when we were starting this, I called the Red Cross and said, we need cots for a homeless shelter. We immediately had cots. The same types of cots that the Red Cross would use when they're setting up emergency shelters for people that are involved with natural disasters, victims of natural disasters.
A lot going on. So, well, Pat, I welcome you back anytime here to WYLN, and it's great having you here. And of course, volunteer, be part of the community. You hear me say this all the time on Topic A and here in the news. Be part of your community. Be part of the solution, not a problem. One of those great organizations you can help out is United Way of Greater Hazleton. Thanks for joining us on Community New, everyone. We'll see you.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
There are 125 used car dealers in town, but there's only one Chura's. Quality vehicle since 1954. Voted the best used car dealer. Check out their inventory, see something you like, take a test ride. Chura's Auto Sales. Call 570-454-7229.
Tune in every Sunday night on WYLN from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. for hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop action as only Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling High Voltage can bring you. That's Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling every Sunday night on WYLN. I'll see you in the ring.
Whitetail Preserve has an immediate opening for a chef. Please call 570-455-4251, extension 1378 for details. Watch Off the Beaten Path on WYLN TV 35 and discover the Pennsylvania you never knew existed.
Calling all kiddos. You can have the chance to be a WYLN weather kid. Now parents, your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on both WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. Just send us a few 15-second or less video clips of your child reading a version of these scripts that are listed up on your screen, and feel free to get creative and or improvise. Now, once they're recorded, send us your downloadable video through the WYLN News Facebook Messenger or email them to wylnweatherkids@gmail.com. Be sure to provide your weather kid's name and age as you want it to appear on our WYLN News and Facebook Weather Kids segments each day. You can visit our website and Facebook page for more information. WYLN TV will be featuring local businesses and residents adapting to this coronavirus challenge on our Pennies Classified. If you or someone you know is reinventing the way they're connecting and serving our community, we'll be happy to share the story on our Pennies Classified. Send a message to us or on our WYLN News Facebook page, or call us at 570-459-1869 extension 1110. We here at WYLN would like everyone to stay safe while highlighting the good work being done in our community. That's the news. Remember, you can get news updates on our WYLN News Facebook page. If you'd like to see an event promoted on our newscast, visit WYLNTV.com to submit a request form. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN TV.
CARES is a local and family-owned agency dedicated to providing exceptional services for individuals with intellectual